Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Player Hater Gaming channel. My name is Brandon Ross. I am your host and game master for tonight's episode. But before we get into it, let's take care of a couple of announcements. First off, if you have not done so, please follow our social link tree to get to all of our lovely social platforms. We have our Instagram, we have our TikTok, we have YouTube, we have our lovely Facebook page. We have tons of great things out there for you, and many, many places to come enjoy and have fun. But even more so places to have fun is our Discords. And yes, I said it correctly. Discords. We have two. The first one being our official Player Hater Gaming Discord, where you can come, share memes, talk about life, and some other things that will be announced on those servers shortly. But to find out, you're going to have to come join and come say hi and hang out with us. Aside from that one, we also have another server, which is very incredible. It is a dedicated, how would you word that? A dedicated West Marches server? That's purely what happens there. And as you can tell, I'm just not good enough to talk about it. So I'm going to pass it off to somebody who is much better at this. David.
Yes, reigning king of the of our dedicated West March server. No, I'm really not. But anyway, besides the point. Hi, welcome. This is my normal spiel. So, as you all know, we have a West March server where you can learn how to play. If you have never played, or if you need to scratch that itch, by all means, join us, have fun, create a character, watch the story, maybe possibly burn down some goblin villages. Who knows? I have no idea as to half the time what the hell's going on in there, because, work is a thing, and how dare it actually rip away my time. But anyway, besides the point. But not say the fact that you want to go on the other side of that table. You want to be the storyteller. You want to be that person that goes, screw you for trying to seduce a dragon. You can. We will teach you how to do that. TPKs may happen, but that's pretty much what happens when you sign into the server. It's kind of like in the fine print. Your character may die, but that is your fault. If you still continue on going, you cannot cry about it afterwards, But,
how's the contract for that tiefling lawyer coming up with that, by the way?
Listen, all right? We don't talk about Bill. We leave him alone, all right? Nobody needs to know about him. Nobody needs to know where he is. He's fine. He's in his corner office. Don't worry. He's good. I made sure the fact that I fed him a couple of souls earlier today. But, you want to learn how to actually be the storyteller. We'll teach you. We'll teach you the ways of the bots. All hail the dice gods. And, by all means, join us. Have fun. Be there. Enjoy. There's really not much else I can do. So, yeah, we're going to give it right over to Brandon again.
Thank you. Aside from that, we have two other things to mention. This Friday, debuting along with PHG Plays, we will be, thankfully, hopefully, audio issues aside, welcoming the voice and talents of Kelbs.
Unless he breaks it again.
The Final Fantasy VII Remake is his game of choice. You can catch him right here on the Player Hater Gaming channel. He will be going live at 5 Central, 6 Eastern PM. And then also tune in for your usual level of jump scares, laughs, cries, general fun shenanigans and chaos at our truly chaos crew. I would call them the Saturday Bunch. They do a great job, and it's always fun to watch them. But they'll be playing at 1 Central, 2 Eastern, and we are going to leave that game a mystery for now. We'll let you guys know what it is when that moment comes. But until then, enjoy the thrill of not knowing. Beyond from that, I think we're ready to roll into it. So why don't we go ahead and get into tonight's episode of Tales of the Skytorn. In the year 208 PT, a world once grounded by tradition and mystery was forever altered. The events leading to the tearing and uprooting of the lands have faded into legend, leaving us with a mystifying era known only as post-Torn. Player Hater Gaming welcomes you to the realm of Ulthana, where our journey takes us high above the clouds into a realm of wonder and peril. A world composed of dozens of floating islands, each a unique culture unto itself, safe from the dangers lurking below. In this world of soaring islands and untold mysteries, danger lurks in every corner. Heroes and adventurers are born out of necessity, where the unknown has a way of finding its way into even the most tranquil of places. Meet our heroes who will shape the destiny of the Skytorn realm. Dracix, the unlikely but unyielding paladin, a beacon of virtue and strength. Red, the talented sorceress, wielding the elements with unmatched prowess. Eva, the warlock, possesses supernatural prowess, fueled by a pact of unknown origin and intent. Lovikazan, the indomitable barbarian, a force of nature and raw power. And lastly, the Doctor, the masterful wizard, unlocking the secrets of the arcane with every incantation. These 5 souls, each with their own path, will converge in a tale of adventure, wonder, and intrigue. Join them as they explore uncharted territories and uncover the secrets of this realm. Welcome to Tales of the Skytorn. Welcome back, everybody. So last session, we tuned in as a lot went down, honestly, and and just real quick, props to my players. You all are incredible. Thank you so much. You bring a lot of great stuff, and it's always fun to play this game with you, and it's amazing. But back to it. There was a lot of conversations had. There was some memories re-earned, rediscovered, however you wish to word it. There was some memories brought up, maybe bittersweet, maybe a little more bitter than sweet. Cards were given out as another of you was visited by an interesting fortune teller. To that same day, find yourself thinking you were asleep. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. Who knows? But somewhere off in your sleep, Doctor, I would say you do eventually find solace in unconsciousness, a dreamless sleep.
Mm-hmm.
As for the rest of you, who believes they wake up first?
For once, probably.
For once,
Yeah.
Dragix.
Yeah. I mean, Red's not too far after him. She's probably not sleeping very well after the revelations.
Got it. So, Dragix, you get your scaly, yawning, stretching, dragonborn self to the kitchen area, and almost in this weird, like, sleep, like, alchemy, you begin to put together all the little pieces of the coffee kit and brew a flawless, I'd say pot of coffee, but we all know it's a beaker.
Yeah. We just called it a pot in order to make everybody feel
just call
better.
it a pot of coffee. Yeah.
I mean, it's a big beaker, to be fair. Precisely measured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying no, he's actually making it 4 cups on the table too.
Okay.
Like enough for everybody. Sure, like just keeping it on a heater. Stirs his cup, just lowers the heat down a bit, and just stares out the window for a little while as he slowly drinks it. And the worst part of all is if anybody sees him, his body just starts to sway a little bit as if he's actually on a ship. And he's just drinking, not even realizing. And then, like, he hears the steps, he's just gonna go, "Morning."
Morning.
I would say you look like living death, but that would just be rude. Are you okay?
Mm. Debatable. How'd you sleep?
So the living or the death part? Which part?
Yes.
Got it. Drink some coffee. I would say it does wonders for the soul, but yours is immortal, I think,
Right.
right? Yeah.
Supposed to be anyway.
I'll sure you'll be fine.
Right.
So, you're not coming with us, correct? To
No.
town?
You'll have to
you.
do all the criminally activities for me.
Oh, we all know I do that very well.
Right.
It's just in tandem, we just make sure of the fact that nobody has any money by the end of it, and everybody's confused as to where the hell it's gone.
Nice to know you're in good hands then.
Well, Doc's in good hands, because we all
Right.
know what would happen to him if he was left alone, really, half the time.
Mm. Honestly, that one's a toss-up. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know if you're insulting or complimenting me currently, but it is still too early for me to think of that, and I'm just going to continue drinking my coffee and accept the backhanded compliment that as that is. And he just drinks it straight too. He's just like,
You're welcome.
eventually he's probably going to get another cup and just be like, Doc's not in here? Maybe he's in the back. And just like take it down outside and just uses his tail to knock on the actual door instead of his hands, because one hand has a cup for him and he's still drinking his own cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'd say that would probably wake you up, Doctor.
I don't know.
You
Not this morning. I'll say not this morning. Though you would get an answer immediately.
He'd wait a little bit and then just knock even harder on the door. Then you go, Doc, I know you're in there. Get your scaly ass up. Wait, no, my ass is scaly. Get your ginger ass up. We need to get moving.
At the moment, you'd hear movement in the workshop.
He
And
takes a
then-
couple of steps back just to make sure he doesn't get the door slammed in his face because of his comment.
And Doc would open the door.
Here. Immediate. Cup of coffee in his face.
He takes it and looks down at it. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'll have it out here. I'll join you guys later.
You look. What the hell's wrong with you? First, red looks like death, and now. Did I miss a memo from last night? Did you guys have a party without me? And what the hell is this? Why am I missing something?
A lot happened. I'll explain later. I can't speak for Red, but for myself, it did.
Okay, I'm gonna go back inside and try to see if I can make anything else for breakfast. Just
You
drink that and come over.
on the way back into the house, you realize that you passed Zon, and you didn't realize that she was laying on the couch in the back room, and like she's like half off, her arm and leg are laying off, kind of supporting her so she doesn't fall off. Pass the fuck out.
He just like walks over and just goes, "What the fuck is wrong with everybody this morning? Why am I the first one awake? Who the fuck?" And then he
What
just like
the fuck
he
are
just
you
tickles
yelling
the-
about?
he was talking about this in normal voice. Okay,
Mm.
don't even say the fact he's yelling. He was actually just about to poke you in the nose with his tail too.
Her
for
eyes just
shits and
snap
giggles.
open.
His tail's just like this close to her too. Just like slowly
I
inching
need, to
away.
roll, I need to roll something.
Oh, dear.
Slowly pulling away.
Highs, she does it. She bites his tail.
He just looks at it and just goes, "I was about to make you breakfast, but you know what? Fuck you now."
Roll an arm strike.
Oh no.
Please roll
Or
that
would it be a
strike.
dex save from him to pull his tail back?
Roll an arm strike.
21.
Roll a deck save, DC 21.
I'd be able to beat that. I might be
Do
able to
it,
beat that.
please.
I won't be able to beat that.
Oh, no.
That's a 1 for 6.
And you deal 6 damage
Yeah.
when you bite him. You bite, and you're chewing on something.
Ugh.
And you see the tail retract fully.
And he, once again,
No.
I was going to make you breakfast,
You
but
bit
fuck
the tip.
that. And he just walks away. His tail's currently wrapped around his waist too, as if like it's like he's just like he just softly petting his own tail. He's just like
It's like
walks right
chewing
up.
a rock.
He just stomps up the stairs too, uncarrying right now, and just slowly starts to make breakfast for everybody.
Oh, that's why. I don't sleep here. It's fine.
Oh yeah, when Zon goes upstairs, there's
Yeah.
also no coffee.
I deserve that.
No, there's coffee. There's just no mug poured for you.
Mm.
No. She
Oh,
has
no.
like about this much coffee in her mug, and the rest of it is gone.
Oh, God. What do you do with all of it?
Drink
Drink
it.
it.
He's just like,
He and Red are like hopped up on caffeine now.
Jesus.
He's angry and hyper.
Ruh-roh.
listen, I don't have to deal with Red today. That's all on Zon. That's all Zon.
Why is it on me?
And he just looks to Red and just goes, please make sure to torment her all day. That's all he says. Does not
What
give
are
any
you
kind of
talking
explanation, and just goes, just torment her all day for me. And makes some breakfast.
Usually.
Perfect.
Right, normal day. Got it.
What the fuck?
So
I
he's
thought you
sitting
were
there-
going into town.
Yeah, I am
Drac.
going into town.
Yeah.
Red Stain.
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
Oh. Well,
You're
fuck.
stuck with me, bitch.
Oh, he just goes, okay. And he's just gonna pat his bag and just goes, remember who's the money man?
I hope you see lots of apple carts.
Oh, I hope so too.
Eva,
You.
ever so slowly, your mind begins to once again understand what it means to be conscious as you can hear on the other side of the door and just down the hall muffled bickering and conversation.
Why is everyone so fucking loud? Just kind of groans, tries to put the pillow over her ears.
Like it just.
Welcome to needing sleep again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, half sleep.
Yeah.
Half sleep. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, actually, hang on. I
You
think
don't have to sleep.
I don't
That
have
doesn't-
to
that didn't go
sleep
away.
Oh.
because
okay.
that is still part of the
Oh, okay.
Eldritch feat that she has.
Nice.
She enjoys sleep. She doesn't have to sleep.
Ah.
So just kind of groan as it doesn't stop. Her hands on her head, just like, please make it go away. But eventually she'll just get up. She knows it's fruitless.
Yeah.
Especially with this group.
Mhm.
He's not wrong.
All right. Doctor, how long till you make it upstairs?
40 minutes.
40 minutes? Okay. A little bit of time passes. I imagine a second, maybe half a pot of coffee is made.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller in size.
Yeah.
Zon just holds out her mug as he's pouring it.
Please, sir, I'd like some more.
She gets just about half. Like, instead of having been a full cup, it's only a quarter of a cup again. And she goes around to make sure everybody else is enough.
And it's like the bottom of the pot with like leftover grounds.
Oh,
and
Yep,
yeah. She's like,
She gets the dregs.
I mean, she's lived off the land. It's not the worst that she's had. So
Not the worst,
not.
but
It's
man,
still
it's been a
pretty
while
bad.
since you've had this.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since you've had to rough it. A long while.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're not against it. Fuck.
Have
She'll
fun chewing on your coffee.
She'll make a point to chew on the grounds.
Mhm.
Mm.
I didn't know coffee could be a solid.
Well, apparently it can if you make it right or wrong, depending on
Mm.
your point of view.
Are you speaking from experience on that one?
I certainly am.
She
Coffee
was
beans are good.
Yep. She's gonna say something, but decide, you know what? No, because if I say this, then Drax is just going to make my coffee even worse the next time. So let's just not. Just
Let's just not. Okay.
not.
She's learned her lesson already. Good.
Yes. She didn't mean to. You startled her away.
He was trying to be nice, and then he just
He
got that. He was just like, "This is what I get for being nice. Fuck this shit. I'm out."
It's fine. It's fine. I think
So what
Trying
are
to
we
think,
being?
how did you ever like tend to your wound?
Ooh, what?
Who?
Your
Doc?
tail.
Oh yeah, no, he would have eventually.
Okay.
Like when he wasn't cooking, he would have
Okay.
worked
I'll
on.
say with your passive red, you do notice that Drakex has taken a little bit of just a little hint of time to put a little band-aid at the end of his tail.
Put your tail near the wrong hole, then, did you?
Well
God damn
done.
it, Nix.
Near a mouth? What are you talking about?
I'm biting my tongue for what I was about to say. I'm trying to keep this PG-13, people. Trying to keep it PG-13.
I thank you.
we have warnings.
I still thank you.
No. If this would have gone way past the R rating if I said what I was gonna say. So he's just gonna
Anyways.
ignore that, and we're
Right.
gonna move on.
Mhm.
Holy shit! Okay. Not saying a thing. He just
Mhm.
nods. He continues to cook.
Zon just like lowers her head, like, nope, no comment. Fine. Fine.
Well, that's
Anywho, so we're
dynamic.
going into town, right?
Mm.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Doc still hasn't come up yet.
I'd say about this time you hear footsteps coming up the stairs.
Speak of the doctor.
It's Mr. Rose.
Yes. Right.
Making sure you remember.
Yes. I do. Yep.
He goes over to the sink and places his mug in it. And let me get dressed and or cleaned up at least, and I'll meet you outside. We head over.
Alrighty.
You're
Pretty
normally
sure.
the first one up. Are you all right, Doc?
He just goes quiet. You can kind of see that his eyes are kind of looking down on that. Mention it. I will be. And he makes his way to his room.
that seem truthful?
Brood, sure, probably.
Are you
Ominous,
is that player
yes.
asking me?
Yeah, that's player asking.
Make an insight
Oh.
check.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Zon worrying internally and player asking externally. Insight. 17?
Nice.
Yeah.
So you know he's not lying,
Yeah.
but it's just the phrase "it will be" kind of leaves a pit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not something where like, he's gonna cast fireball on himself in a lonely room, but
I don't even know the spell, but you know.
That's something Red would do. Come on, we all know that.
yeah, but it's like what someone says when they're working through something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you do know with time he
Yeah.
will be all right. But the problem is exactly what does all right look like when defined by the doctor?
Yes.
How does he define I'm okay?
Yep. Okie dokie. Zon will get up and grab her bag and stuff a few snacks that they have in the house somewhere. Food rations for herself since she's never going to get any treats in the town. And make her way out front.
Jack would have served the food so everybody could have eaten. And there probably would have been pancakes with like maple syrup on them too.
So good. Zon gets the slightly more burnt ones.
No. At that point, he'd be nice. And they wouldn't be
No.
burnt, they'd be soggy.
So soggy in the oops,
Then,
some
like,
coffee accidentally spilled, or oops, there was too much maple syrup.
No, in the oops, I didn't cook them long enough.
Oh, yes. Fun.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
He's still a little ticked off at you.
A little bit. I mean, it's understandable.
But yeah,
It makes
after everybody eats, and he makes a plate for Doc, which he probably is going to open the bag of holding, watch as Bonehand comes out, and just goes, hold this for a while. And probably the hand just goes like, yeah. Good Bob. Goodbye. Just pats the outside of the bag. And just there's like, okay, we're good to go now.
I mean, to be fair, you're the only one who actually knew his real name. I'd say to take Doc about 5 minutes to clean himself up and meet you guys out front.
Mm-hmm.
He is, of course, carrying the bag that Eva gave him.
Yep.
Well, should probably go catch the trains, fastest way into town.
Say hi to Bri for us.
Right.
Will do.
just to, confirm for everybody here. What are we doing in town?
He just pats her on the shoulder. We're looking for the assholes. We're going to possibly find where they live
Uh-huh.
and then come back later in order to nuke their ass. Okay? That's what we're going to do. All right?
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Just make sure you're both activating the hats and not looking like yourselves.
Yes. Right. Yep. These last for how long again?
An hour.
Cool. I can tell time.
Make an intelligence check.
No!
Oh no.
No!
You said
Like
it. You
one
put it
every
on,
hour.
You made it. You put it on yourself.
7.
Okay, I'll hang on to that.
Noted.
Doc
Yep.
is on, and I won't be with you guys for probably first couple of hours. Can you two keep track of the time?
I should be able to.
Well, I mean, hopefully
I
you're
can try.
close to get her. So
I
we're
will
good.
make sure the fact that she doesn't go anywhere without me.
I'll
If-
stick with him.
If you need me to, I can give you my watch.
As a backup, actually would be great. Just in case. Mhm.
It's accurate to the second, so Doc will take off his watch and hand it over to Drax.
Drax is going to take it, put it on. And when we get closer, about maybe 10 minutes from the train station,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to look at Zahn and just say, now we should use it. And
Yeah.
actually keep an eye on the time from there. Drac is going to turn into a tiefling, about the same size.
Okay.
Ooh, Zahn will as well.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
How
Because
are
tail
you?
and everything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What just in general, what kind of like how do I word this? Not so much how are you dressing yourself?
Well, he would have taken a basic outfit, not his, not the cloud
The
shirt.
hat
No.
covers all.
Yeah, no, but he would be just an everyday attire for what would be considered low middle class,
Okay.
which would allow him to kind of get through a lot of places without being like a second glance, but also at the same time not be like, wait, why they're here type of thing.
Gotcha. Don, you gonna match that energy or you gonna do something else?
She's gonna go a little bit more, rustic and survival and Nordic like she usually does,
Okay.
but still in the lower class, middle
And how
class.
much are
Yeah,
you changing your heights? Because you're both very tall individuals.
she'll lower her height.
Okay.
He's gonna go about 6. Low's about those. He'll be about 6 foot even.
Okay.
So it's about roughly average.
She'll probably go 5'6", which is very short for her.
that is very short for you. So
Yes, that is a foot below her true height.
1 foot below. Okay. So you went the
Yep.
full foot.
Yes, I went. Yep.
You said, fuck it, we're pushing this envelope.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
literally. Yes.
Okay.
Drac just needed to make sure the form he had a tail in case he accidentally whacked somebody. It's like, oh, he has a tail. Explains a lot. Moving on.
Her tiefling does not have a tail.
Okay.
It got bit off by a creature. What?
They nipped the tip. All right, I'm shutting up now.
I'd imagine Doc would have noticed Drax's actual tail on their walk over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Doc won't say anything right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Get to the ticket booth. The usual individual is there who recognizes none of you.
Mm-hmm.
He just says, "Good morning. And how far will you be taking the train today?"
Oh, just into the Fey Dynasty.
Oh, first stop, second stop.
I believe second stop gets me close to where I need to go.
Very well. All of you, same place?
Second stop wouldn't be a bad option.
Okay. That will be what I place it at. It's been a while since I've had to travel with you guys. What I place it at? Like a silver?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 silver.
Peace.
Silver piece, yeah.
So yeah, Drax is just gonna put 3 silver on the counter immediately. Not even thinking about it.
He takes it, and he quickly has 3 like note card size pieces of parchment, and just quickly scribbles out something, turns them towards all of you, says just sign your name, ready to go.
Can I have a question for both Meg and David? What color is your tieflings?
not me frantically searching for an image. It's okay. I've been looking for the last 5 minutes.
Drax is a actual purple color, so it's a little bit lighter than his scales would be.
Okay.
But still along that same color spectrum.
Gotcha.
But on the paper, he actually signs Charles McHiggins.
Okay.
Yes. Zahn is like a warm gray tiefling
Okay.
ish. Yeah.
I just want to know because I just had to a running joke in my head: 2 tieflings and a ginger.
By the way, he does not take these back. He does not record your signatures, your names, nothing. It's
Yeah.
for you to sign and to keep.
Yep.
Mhm.
No, he knows. He knows. He
He's
just
be able to remember his false name.
exactly. He's just like. Now the funny thing is, like, if anybody were to see Drax as he's signing this, there's a small smirk on his face,
Oh no.
and he just pockets it, moves along, and he just like waits.
Right. Well, should be here in about 20 minutes. You're gonna see it. No, don't worry, because in about 5 minutes you're gonna see it go past us. But it's gonna make a quick drop off down in the farmlands, and then it will come right back with only the passenger cart.
Thank you,
Mhm.
Brian.
Of course, you are welcome. Take a seat. And he just he himself kind of leans back on like a stool, basically, and just waits.
Mhm.
About 4.5 minutes to you, Doctor, because you are quite able to track this.
Mhm.
You watch as moving just about 8 crates being trucked behind the main passenger railway.
Bit more than usual.
Heading straight into the Sirwich Fields. And do you say that out loud?
I kind of mumble under my breath.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Since we're next to him, will we hear him?
it's not muffled. It's
Bri
not muffled.
definitely hears you.
Yeah, it's not muffled under my mask this time. So
Yeah.
Bri rolled a
Mm.
20 for his perception check.
damn.
Oh shit.
Thankfully, it wasn't an investigation check, or you guys be fucked.
That is very true.
But he's like, yeah, it's gonna be probably pretty hefty now for the next 2-3 weeks until the actual close of the harvest season, and then
Oh, I almost
lack of a better term,
forgot
dead
the
until a little later.
I forgot that Collins mentioned that. It's coming up soon.
It is. You know, and you can tell
Mm-hmm.
like an old man story's coming up. He's not an old man,
Oh no.
but he definitely has old man energy.
Mhm.
Do you choose to listen or do you choose to tune him out?
Dog listens because he's doing his best not to look at the tieflings.
Okay.
Like, you
Drac
know
is
why.
Drac is like half and half listening.
Half listening. Okay.
Zahn's probably not listening.
Okay.
She's probably looking at her clothes and like her hands, like, wow, this is a weird color. Just not saying anything, but just more like I feel weird.
You know, I read this a while ago. Back when we were on, not up here. Apparently, the harvest close actually had to close the harvest.
Really?
Yeah, the crops just wouldn't grow. They had this thing called how the hell do you say it? Weather and seasons.
I remember reading something about that.
Yeah,
Sounds like a fairy tale to me.
it does. I mean, who knows how things were before we lived up here? And let me tell you right now, I'd much take living up here. It's always this. And he just like gestures broadly.
How could you complain, honestly?
How could you? Now, I did hear a couple tales from some sailors that there's still falling water out on the cloud ocean. That's crazy. But
Not seen it myself, but well, who
same.
knows?
But as you know, nowadays it's just tradition. They just close the lands down for about a month to refertilize and reinstitute the ground, and the druids come do their thing, and then we get back to it.
I mean, it's always good to reset. Everyone needs a break.
And that is, I think that's kind of why we hold on to tradition. Maybe, have I ever seen you here before?
No, I don't believe you have.
He kind of like gets up off his stool. What's
usually-
your name?
Oh, Mr. Rose. I typically walk
Good
the
name.
town. Thank
Good
you.
name.
It's
Call me Brian.
good to meet you, Brian.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Rose. What's do you own farmland or do you rent farmland down in the Sirwich Fields?
Well, I'm staying with a friend right now, and became fast friends with the Collins. So they've been doing
good people right there. Good people.
They've done
Shame
right
what
by
happened
me.
to them a couple months ago.
I remember them telling me about it. Some
Wild stories. I mean, yeah, sure, Ilroom wasn't exactly the nicest person around, but to do that he kind of like looks around. There's nobody nearby.
Yeah.
Nobody. But he like to do that kind of thing. I can't believe it.
the lengths people go to.
I know. Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Huge. Literally, I mean a huge roll. I don't normally discuss these things, but you seem like a fair enough individual, well-traveled at least, definitely.
Thank you.
No. They say the guards weren't the ones that solved that interesting situation.
Really?
Yeah, there was I haven't seen them in a while. There was a group of people, adventurers, you would call them.
Well, it's mentioned at this group to me, but I hadn't had a chance to meet them.
Oh, you can't miss them. Let me tell you. Don't get me wrong. Great people. A little weird. Good people.
Probably for the first time ever, if Zahn or Drax look over, Doc's legitimately smiling.
Drac is trying his best not to look over because he's about to fuck with Brian so fucking hard for that comment. But he's just like, I'm being good right now. Do not bring attention to yourself right now. Just get on the train. Just do what we need to. That is all.
Well, the Collins told me that there was a doctor not too far off from where they live.
Yeah, he like I said, I can't remember the last time I saw him coming through, but he was running the apothecary out there. His wife is this tall lady, very strong. Trying to think here.
His wife, huh?
I'm guessing. I'd kind of just, gossip, hear things. She stays there. Maybe.
Well, I haven't seen them myself. Doc's kind of blushing at this, maybe.
Who else was it? A Dragonborn?
Zahn turns away. I just can't.
Just a couple of the individuals. One of them had red hair. Well, you could, like you captured fire and put it into like a hair-like form. It was crazy.
Really? Well, I haven't met many other people with red hair.
Well, if you meet this group, let me tell you, for some good things. I wonder if they could help with the warehouse thing. Did you hear about that?
I did. Quite
crazy. I mean, what, 20, 30 guards just murdered?
Drax doing mental math. Was it really 20, 30 cards? I don't remember there being that many.
It just seems so randomly violent, you know?
It does. I mean, it's just warehouse the guards had, hanging on to illicit goods so they could get redistributed and all these things, and they didn't even take anything.
That is strange.
Drac does as this is going on.
It's like you're right.
Does
here.
for a quick second look directly at Zahn. Just goes, huh? So I knew it. In her head, she just hears Drac's voice. I knew it. You were married to the doc. As he steps onto the train when he stops.
I was never. No, I was not. Can she reply back?
Remember, no, you cannot.
You're screaming in your head, and he's just walking.
and it's like
there is a grin. A 10,000 kilowatt grin on his face right now because of this. He's just like, yes, vengeance is great. All right, I don't have to do anything else for the rest of the day. This was all I needed.
You motherfucker.
You better tell Red.
Oh, yeah, he's stopping. He's only Red.
Well, as the train lands, Doc will reach out his hand with his birthmark and, go to shake Brian's. Good to meet you.
He gets back up where he sat down and shakes your hand. Nice to meet you too, Mr. Rose.
Hope to see you again soon, Brian.
Well, this is my station.
You're a lovely individual.
Thank you.
And Doc will get onto the train and avoid all eye contact with both Drax and Zahn.
Are there other people on the train yet?
Yes, you do actually see you see a green scaled dragonborn sitting far off in a corner by themselves. Then you also see oh shoot, let me get that name real quick because
I'm going through my list right now. Which dragonborn are we talking about?
Yep. Getting them right now.
Well, in the meantime, you're looking for that. Drac is definitely going to quick second look over at Doc and just goes, huh. So how does it feel to be married to Zahn?
He is not looking at you and he's not talking to you.
He doesn't need to. This is just in his head. He hears the question and he just stops.
You get no response.
You see Ert. You recognize Ert. You recognize Dinko.
Doc's so tempted to go over and talk with them, but I don't know if I should.
But you do see them sitting kind of far off by themselves, but together talking, just having conversation.
Mm-hmm. Does it seem like they wanted to? Is it trying to have a private conversation, or is it just like general talk?
They're just talking. They just seem to kind of pick there because maybe there was people that were there already that got off, or they just know that where they were going. They wanted to pick the faraway seats. You can't really. You would get the impression they're not like turned shoulder away from you.
Yeah. I'm gonna let them have their talk, and I'm just gonna look out the window and not look at Zahn or Drax.
Okay.
Drax
is just
once again 10,000 kilowatt smile, just like I feel good today.
The longest 15 minutes of your life.
Mm-hmm. Doc's bright red the entire trip too.
Zahn is just glaring at Drax.
And it comes to a halt. Go ahead.
Oh no, it was just in both I hate you for that comment and also the inner turmoil of I can't reply back. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Comes to a stop, lowers at the first stop, and the two individuals that were with you get up, walk past you, give a simple nod, and then exit the cart, leaving just the three of you.
Doc would return the nod as they get off.
Okay.
Drac would as well.
Okay. Door closes. Lifts back into the sky.
It's the three of us.
Yep.
Zahn smacks Drax on the head. Not enough to hurt him. Just
Okay.
you little shit.
He does a Gibbs.
Yeah.
He just turns, looks at her dead in the face, dead in the eyes, and goes, "Did the truth hurt?"
What fucking truth? We're not. You.
Doctor's turned away from them at this point.
And he just says, "Don't worry about it. Red will know too."
You do that. She just takes a deep breath, like, now is not the time to rage. Now is not the time to lose your shit.
Additional 5-10 minutes pass. It lowers. It drops all of you off decently near, kind of like an in-between point of best I can get, the script I can give you is Eva's house and the docks.
Mhm.
Like it's basically the edge of where the warehouses stop and the residential starts.
Mm-hmm.
It's not near the warehouse you were at because that warehouse was on the docks.
Mm-hmm.
These are the ones that are like basically for storage, waiting to go to merchants within the capital itself, within the castle, within the markets, all that kind of stuff. This is like basically like overflow storage.
Yep.
It's not things that are expected to be dropped off and picked up within less than a week's time. These are things that are here because
For a while.
they don't have enough space in their little tiny stalls to keep all their inventory, so they rent out warehouses.
Oh.
And you can see like there's warehouses with just wide open doors where it just has like 5 or 6 names down a list of whose overflow it is, or like, you know, business outlets or things like that.
All right.
Doc would grab his bags and still trying not to look at them. Oh, I need to go sell these and meet up with the two of you. We'll say a block away from Eva's.
Sure. In how long?
We'll say 2.5 hours. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Should give you both enough time to do what you need to do.
Yep.
And without even looking back, he just moves forward and goes to the jeweler that we sold those gems to.
Okay.
Jax is gonna get out. Gonna look left. Gonna look right. As I go to decide which direction we're gonna go, he's gonna go left.
Zahn will follow.
Okay. We will take care of the doctor's excursions first.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
All right.
So where are you heading again?
The jeweler that Brett took us to sell the gems we had gotten from the mines. She said that he would be willing to buy the diamond dust, and we'd probably pick up a 300 gold diamond from him.
Gotcha. I am just rapidly thumbing through my notes to get his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I wrote his name down either, so because Red did all the interaction with him.
Yeah. Red, you don't happen to have that on hand, do you?
I am looking through my notes. Was it Alistar?
Yes, because I had a fun, catchy name to his shop, but now I can't fucking remember it.
Yeah, all I have written down is Alistar.
Okay. We will get that name at another time, and we're going to move on. Damn it, that pisses me off. I know I had a catchy, stupid, punny name. There it is. Got it. You make your way to Alistar's All Gems.
Ah.
Inside, you see what looks to be a probably half or quarter elven individual. The kind of shorter tipped ears, the bit more angular features. What was probably shoulder length or a little longer black hair is kind of pulled together in this super, super tight bun right now. As you can see, he is wearing a pair of what looks to be like doubled up lenses. Like there's the pair of lenses, then there's the ones that can click in.
Mhm.
And they're both clicked in right now. And he has this very fine little ring on a pair of pliers and a little tiny, tiny brush. He's just
Mhm.
ding, 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 ding. Welcome to the All Gem. Be with you in a moment.
Take your time. Doc will, come up to the counter, start getting out the bag of gem dust. Not gem dust, but diamond dust.
I'll just be a minute. What can I do for you today?
I was looking to get this appraised and potentially sell it.
Click. He clicks on like a third one in.
Mhm.
And he sets it down on this little cloth he has and he just kind of like takes the whole apparatus and lifts it up. Oh. Don't wear those for too long. He just like sets him down. He's more like talking to himself.
I can imagine. It's probably a bit of a headache.
Right. What do you got to today?
Well, I have this, and he kind of opens up the bag and shows him the diamond dust.
Oh my! Exchanging one for gold.
Well, yes, ideally, if it's worth I'm looking to get a 300 gold diamond, specifically.
Gotcha.
But-
Sure. You don't happen to know how much the bag weighs, do you?
Doc would probably have an estimate,
Okay.
because it's Doc.
All right. And he cinches it up super, super tight, like really cinches it down.
Mhm.
Sets it back on the counter. One moment, and he turns his back from you. You see, he kind of grabs a couple things off the shelf. You see him grab some scales, some weights, and various other things. Reaches underneath, grabs out a bigger scale.
Mhm.
Gunk. All right, and then like a smaller one with it. How precise do you want this? Because if you give me some time, I can get you a really good reading. If you just need
I have.
gold on the fly.
I am in no rush this morning.
Oh, okay.
Take all the time you need.
And he sets a bowl on the scale first, and you watch as he kind of goes through the process of balancing out the bowl. Got it. And he, in his ledger, you see him like write down a quick note of a weight.
Doc is very, very much looking at the process because he's very curious about it,
Sure.
for one. But he's also just like,
Perception check.
it's also Doc. Like he's being the scientist that he is. Okay. 18 total.
It's not so much the process that impresses you; it's the sheer level of open honesty. He's not trying to hide his notes. He's not trying to hide the weights or skim. In fact, the only way you would think he's possibly trying to cheat you was the weights themselves are mislabeled already.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. Everything else seems to be very above the table, proper and correct. He weighs out the bowl, makes it level, and then takes the bag, opens it, and begins to slowly pour out the so it was diamond dust.
Yes.
He pours the diamond dust out, then he actually like turns the bag inside out, gets a brush, and brushes everything he can off the bag.
Mhm.
Takes 20, 30 minutes. This is like it's basically glitter. You're trying to get off the bag.
Doc would offer help with precipitation.
He kind of like no. He quickly stops you. No,
I don't attempt to do it. I just ask if he wants it.
no. Please no.
Mhm.
The part about that spell is it just completely removes everything. So unless you want to remove some gold coins from your purse,
Fair points.
he just keeps brushing. And he takes the bag and wads it up as small as he can and wraps the strings around it to make them really tight little ball and puts that on the smaller scale.
Mhm.
And weighs it. And he tells you to wait for next time. And he tells you.
How close was
Um,
how close would Doc's estimate have been?
You're a smart individual. I mean, you want to leave it to roleplay or dice?
We'll do dice for this one.
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
DC for the doctor, like 13.
24.
You were on the money.
Cool.
And for the how much was the bag worth? What was the value attached to it?
I don't think I got a value to the bag.
There wasn't one that was given to us.
It was just the objects inside that was.
Was this the bag that you all?
This is the diamond dust Stonebeard gave us. For the work we did with him.
Okay, I know how much he would give you. I need to look up a spell real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll a d4.
Okay. Two.
What'd you get?
I got a 2.
So this had 2 uses for a spell in it, which comes out to 400 gold.
The bag itself.
The bag itself.
Okay.
It's not looking at this, and when he gives you this price, you look at it. It's not so much how much there is; it's the purity of the diamond that was crushed.
Leave it to a dwarf to give you what's it's worth.
You got this from a dwarf.
Mr. Stonebeard, or should I say Father Stonebeard, the temple.
Oh, he does some work for the temple.
Yes.
That's usually how they pay.
It makes sense. This is my first time.
It's their
very-
given choice.
Quite generous of a man, honestly.
Well, they use it for a lot of their spell components as well. The divine requires very pure ingredients for their spells. So they obviously have a lot of it on hand.
Fair enough.
But like I said, I'll rough you out to about 400 gold worth.
Well, once we have a price for the diamond dust itself, I might pick up 2 diamonds or 300 gold if I can. Or is he talking the total? Or is it the total 400 gold for everything?
For
The
just
diamond dust in the bag, or just the bag itself is 400 gold? Make sure I'm understanding this correctly. He hadn't told me the price of the diamond dust yet.
Yeah, the diamond dust
Okay.
is the 400 gold. The bag is just a bag; it's empty.
Okay, that's why I got confused. I thought you were talking about the bag itself was worth
No,
400 gold.
The bag. No, it's just a leather plain Jane bag.
Okay.
The actual components within it are worth 401 gold.
Okay.
Bag included.
Well, then how about the 300 gold diamond and the rest in change? If you can.
For me.
All right. Thank you very much. And
Now, would
Take
you
tw-
like? Just asking. There are a lot of options here. Do you want a larger diamond that is of less quality, or would you like a smaller diamond of finer quality? Is this?
this price would be the same, correct? So,
Well,
I would-
looking at you, I'm guessing it's not for a betrothed, but probably for spell casting purposes.
correct. I was thinking finer quality, probably.
Not this time.
Definitely. Right. Just want to make sure because I can certainly sell you or in trade a piece of jewelry that has a diamond with that, but that wouldn't work for your spellcasting purposes.
Don't believe it would. It
Right.
has to be
so
precise
you
values, you
make a
know.
Roll. One cut. And he kind of goes down the line of the glass case for a minute, like all the way down to the end where it like is covered by wood.
Mhm.
And you hear as he opens the little door behind it. No. Ah, there you are. He comes back with a gem, probably about, I'd say maybe like tennis ball sized.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Thank-
Sets it
thank-
down.
Thank you very much.
Then the rest in just gold pieces, platinum and gold, just platinum.
How about just gold and take 20 for yourself for such a wonderful job?
Oh, well, thank you. And he quickly counts out and hands over 80
Maybe-
gold pieces.
Correct. Yep. Doc will take it and give him a very bow the head kind of gesture. Thank you for your time, and hopefully I'll be back with some more gems at very least, or I might be back for a ring. Who knows?
Who knows? Until then, have a good one.
You as well. And Doc will take his leave. Obviously, everything's put into his bag. And I imagine Doc still has some time to kill.
Yeah,
So,
that whole endeavor probably 45-ish minutes.
yeah, and I gave them 2.5 hours. So, remember, serves right. There wasn't a park. There was a park not too far from Eva's house. So,
There is
I think Doc will go there and just.
one of the larger parks that are public, and it's
Mhm.
also like there's not so much a sectioned off corner, but like an understood. This section is for school and teaching.
Yeah, I imagine Doc would go there and just find a bench, sit with his thoughts for a while until it's about time to go meet up with the others. And if he sees Cassandra, he won't approach, but he'll kind of observe.
Make a perception check.
11.
You do not see Cassandra.
It's perfectly fine.
Okay. Drakix and Levikazan.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
matter of business are you up to?
We are. Well, I had a good look of our wonderful, and I say this sarcastically, friend who tried to almost kill Eva.
Hmm.
That you did.
So I am going to cast Locate Object as we're going through the warehouses
Mm-hmm.
in order to see if I can spot any items that he was wearing that he most likely still has.
I need you to pick one item, and that is what you will focus on.
You know what? A guard will always carry the same sword. He's going to focus on that sword.
The short sword?
Yes.
Okay. 1,000 feet?
It is 1,000 feet.
Okay. You get a ping.
I would know.
Then a second.
Mm-hmm.
Then a third. And a fourth, and a fifth, and a sixth, and a seventh, and an eighth, and a ninth, and a 10th.
Forget
Okay.
it was a black blade.
Yeah, I remember now. Are they within the general same direction, or?
No.
They're
Okay.
scattered everywhere.
And they're moving.
Oh. We could at least get faces.
Drac is going to go for the closest feeling one.
Okay, you have the closest one, which would take you probably about maybe a half a block to a block down. And I'm talking like warehouse blocks, so it's still a decent little distance. You head down, and as you kind of follow this sensation in your mind, pinging off of it, you look to your left a bit, and you see just a pair of guards walking down the street.
Okay. He's going to be nonchalant, look at the watch, see how much time he has left,
Mhm.
and
Oh, plenty. Took you like maybe a minute or two to walk here.
well, no, because we been wearing the disguise since we
Oh,
actually
yeah,
got
that.
onto the train and everything else. So he's being mindful of how much time they have before
You gotta
this wears
recast.
off and they have to recast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been about 35 minutes.
About ish.
Yeah.
So when the moment that he sees them, he's going to get close, like stay close to Zahn and just kind of like wander, keeping an eye, following a bit, but also acting as if like this is normal what they're doing.
Okay.
They're not, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it not look like they're casing the joint or specifically following them, but Zahn's going to almost make it look like maybe we're looking for a spot at the warehouse because maybe we're merchants.
Okay.
Yep.
So the guards are just, from what you can tell,
Oh.
Jakix and Levikazan, you both have experience with dealing with guards, knowing how they are and how they act, especially ones that are either typically just doing their job. So I need both of you to make an insight check to see if you can determine
Yes.
if they're just doing their jobs or if maybe there's something a little bit about them.
Let's go, goose egg.
Hey, that's a 9. You guys really
Do
put
I have a roll? No, I don't have anything to add to this. Never
Did we-
mind. Screw
You didn't
that.
mention it, Brandon.
You didn't.
You didn't.
So that's a free D4.
Yep.
For each of us. Yeah.
Yep. For everybody.
Why don't I do it and you save yours? Oh, or you?
All right, never mind. That's an 8. You can still roll yours if you want to. You know.
Do I? I'm going to save it for later. Because we're still investigating a lot.
Okay. From what you can tell, they're just two guards who may be doing their job. Jakix,
Well,
you-
this is the better question. Which one of them is pinging the blade?
So they do travel in pairs. One of them has a just a short sword, no shield.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other one has nothing in their hands, but they do have kind of on like a shoulder strap sling, a hand crossbow.
Okay, so the one that's
Mm.
actually okay.
Yeah.
See, and you would think that with a short sword you would carry a shield.
No, not always.
So,
No, but they're guards. Sometimes
Mm.
it's
No, not always. Some are stupid.
no.
Anyway, he's
Or
going
they're
to-
just cocky enough to carry that blade around and know that it's
Mhm.
enough.
Drac
keep
is-
that mindset.
Mhm.
I'd like to add that from what two you can tell is they're just guards going about their business. So it's difficult to tell with this individuals if they are crooked, corrupt, or being used as puppets and
Yeah.
being used to test and
Unknowingly.
see what happens if you just carry one around and use it.
Noted. Zana's going to try and remember their faces.
Okay.
Drac is just going to like kind of point off to random warehouses and like softly mouthing as if he's talking about the warehouses to Zahn as they continue
Mhm.
following. But in Zahn's head, he all that she would hear is, "Well, one of them has a blade, and the other one's the unlucky bastard to be working with them. So, at least we know where one of them is going."
Zahn just nods along and pretends to be a calm merchant, just looking around.
Okay.
Because she can't talk back. And it's really hurting
You
inside.
could talk out loud, and you could just
I
tell
know,
him, but he's still not going to care. He's just like, it's not
Yeah.
even like the fact that he's not going to care. It's just, this is what he does. This is his
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
specialty.
Yeah.
Fuck around and find out non-verbally.
Yeah.
Are you going to
No, and
follow this group? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, she's not talking out loud specifically because she doesn't want to be heard. In case, right, there's some people following them who are following them who are
The one to
Ah.
follow.
Got it.
Are you
got
going
it.
to follow these individuals for a while, or are you going to try and make your way to the next ping that you have?
if they don't seem like they're going to do anything special, making a note of like they're kind of like their path, trying to figure out like how their routine is. But he definitely after about 4 minutes or so, he would end up just going off to another group, to the next closest, and kind of go with that same thing, 4 minutes each if they don't look like they're doing anything special.
Okay. So go ahead and make me one more insight check from each of you, and that will be your insight check for the rest of your time.
That is a nat 20.
I'm gonna roll just
Oh,
because.
yeah, go ahead. Please.
13.
Nice. Drakix, what
Mhm.
you pick up on is that by about the 8th time you've switched parties, and probably in between this, you guys have ducked off and recasted, so go ahead and put that in a mindset. By about the 8th party of guards, you realize that they're all just people. You don't see them shaking down any civilians. You don't see them taking handoffs. You don't see anything outside of normal people who are smiling, engaging with their civilians, asking questions, taking care of things. But the 9th and the 10th, you encounter one very familiar face, dressed in well-polished, recently well-oiled and polished leathers, with a short sword at their left hip and a very familiar face. You do see the individual from the other night at the warehouse, standing next to a slightly taller individual with this kind of sharp features, very sharp cheekbones, black hair kind of like semi-slicked back, but with one or two bangs kind of coming forward and draping down. Incredibly well dressed for a guard, but is in armor.
Is there anything like a pin or
On the one that's the one you don't recognize,
Yes.
the left arm does have like a quarter sleeve of the captain's lapel.
okay. Is there anything in particular about this that kind of calls
Is
out
it?
to me? Like, because it's gonna, I feel like it would be unique for each captain. Because if not, then that's a little redundant at the same time.
It is actually. It's incredibly
Does
to you.
Zahn
Zach,
recognize?
go ahead.
Sorry, because I thought we got a. Did we get a physical description of Price?
I don't think you got a physical description,
No, I don't think we got a physical description,
but the both of you
Mhm.
would recognize this. One of you having seen it on a dead body, and one of you having seen it on an alive and dead body. It is the same exact design and motif of Captain Gallon's lapel. It is the particular captain's signifying rank of this section.
And we're in. Oh,
We're in the warehouse district. Of the
this
Fate
has to
Bench.
be Price.
What do you
This
do?
has to be Price because this is his district.
What do you do?
Oh, I commit that face to fucking memory, bitch. I am not forgetting this face.
I actually, as she commits the face, I commit the lapel, detail by detail. As we continue to wander,
Mhm.
in order to keep our essence of like we're just looking around for possibly a warehouse to rent out. Definitely committing the lapel to memory, and on the actual other guard that we do recognize, looking for any particular detail that is unique to himself as well, because Drac definitely wants to take his balls and shove them down his throat. You know,
Okay. I need both of you to make a perception check.
be good to me. Be good to me, okay? I don't ask you, dice gods, to be good to me usually, but I need one
Yes.
now.
23.
Oh, come on. Really? That's a 5.
Okay.
Oh,
I will
I
say,
get it.
I'll let you guys know that because there's no natural ones or natural 20s on skill checks, but I do try to give you bonuses and things like that. Also, if you beat a DC by a certain amount, I will
Yeah.
add.
Yeah.
Just like if you fail by a certain amount, I will take away.
Yeah.
yes.
Zon, you grab Drakix by the back of his neck
Yes.
and pull him back.
Yep.
As you hear and you realize exactly why these two individuals are here and dressed so well. As the streets begin to part and you hear the sound of marching, horns playing, banners flying high, and you see about 20 coffins being carried down the streets. And you look to where there's usually quite a few ships docked. And you see just one. A small, almost like a raft. No sail. Barely enough space to carve the runes for flotation on the cloud ocean. As the individual wearing the captain's lapel approaches the raft. Stops, turns, and faces all of you. Everyone has gathered. Today, citizens, is certainly a harrowed day, as taken from us far too many of our own flesh and blood. I promise you, by my rank and my name, I, Captain Price, will personally see to finding out who these individuals are and bringing them to justice. But I will not sully this speech with that. Instead, let us remember those who have passed. And he begins to read off the name and left behind of every individual, as they are stacked very neatly on the raft. And then you watch as they're just pushed out into the cloud ocean. About 100, 200 feet. And you see a line of archers come up to the docks. Arrows alit. And they draw back and fire. Once the last bits are no longer visible, all of the members of the guards come together into a single formation. A few stay, either running patrols or saying their own goodbyes, as Captain Price and his lieutenant leave the area, along with most of the guard forces.
On just quietly links arms with Drax and leads him kind of slowly, quietly through the crowd as to not disturb the ending of this, but to get out of there. And just kind of brings him to an alleyway and just kind of like stops once they're alone.
Okay.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
Drax immediately, when she says that, just like snaps out of it. He goes, huh? What? And Zahn would have heard him mumbling the names very lightly under his breath. but also adding in other names that she doesn't know.
Mm.
And he goes, huh? What? Look, we are going to do this very simple. There's the one thing we're going to do. We're going to follow, see where he goes, get the others, and try to think of a plan to deal with wherever it is.
Okay.
Especially since he's wearing and selling the lapel of our one true friend. So, let's go.
Yeah.
And I still need to kill that fucking lieutenant.
Same.
And like as he says that, there's like a slight, very light sparks coming off of his shoulder. And he just tries to rein it in a little bit.
Zahn just puts her hand on his shoulder. We'll get him. I want justice for Eva and for everything that's happened just as much as you. Let's figure this out. Let's go get Doc. I don't know how long it's been, but hopefully it doesn't-
Roughly about an hour and a half, I'd say, right? Ish.
With everything going on, you're probably closer to 2 hours.
Okay. I was close enough.
We
probably
didn't
at this-
forget you.
Probably at this point,
Are you following Price?
yeah, he's gonna take up his Mick Higgins form again,
Okay.
and
Yeah, we'll
continue
redo
on.
that.
Okay.
And once again, like at a very fair distance, keep him within eye shot, but still kind of following the crowd and not trying to draw attention to ourselves.
Okay.
But within as it gets closer to that 2.5 hour mark,
Mm-hmm.
even if they don't get to a location, he's just going to once again try to look at that lieutenant to see if there's anything he can catch. And if not, he just kind of hopes to God that somehow Zahn has something that can describe it. Because he'd have could have caught it by bare glance, but not enough to be like, I remember that. So he needs her to remind him what it looks like.
Totally. Yep.
And if there is a sweets cart or fruit cart, he will actually buy something for her.
Ow.
He's
Please
not
tell me
that
there's a
cold-hearted.
cart.
He's ignoring me now.
How dare he? Worst DM ever. I kid, he's the best.
Literally the worst.
No, he's the best.
So many notes, doesn't even know where anything starts and ends.
I don't.
No.
It's-
He needs to learn how to do that Control F function to
I
search.
really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure I get the name of this particular place right, because you'd have time to follow him where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
Does it happen to pass by where we're supposed to meet Doc?
No, but it
Fuck.
is a familiar path to use on.
No.
As
Wait.
he is
Wait.
walking, you begin to realize where he may be headed. And you watch as he goes right through the front door of the Azure Dragon.
Motherfucker.
So wait, hold on. That means that Drac already knows like the path there himself. He just stops. He goes, tie me up and fuck me sideways. Alrighty.
That's not my job.
No, that wasn't even an offer to you. Anyway, I'm not going to take that away from Doc. As it is.
You guys meet back up with Doc?
Yeah, the moment he realizes he's going to start walking towards Eva's.
Okay.
He's just going to be thoughtful the entire time. Like, walking, it's like he's paying attention to his path, making sure he doesn't bump into anybody. And, like, as, like, time goes through, just in case, he'll kind of wander into an alley, recast everything, and come back out, like, on the other side, heading over, probably making sure that Zahn goes with him and does the same thing as he does it. But like it's half of his attention is on the physical and the other half is him trying to figure out what the fuck he's gonna do with the Azure Dragon. So yeah.
So you guys do meet back up with Doctor. Was there anything else you want to do before you headed back?
Other than finding some sweets and just getting it for the three of us, no.
Doctor?
Doc, so I actually have a player question.
Sure.
When it gets nighttime on this island, it sinks below the clouds, so it gets pretty foggy.
Yep.
What's the tallest point that would be above that fog line?
Nothing.
Nothing? The entire island submerged?
The entire island submerges.
Okay. Other than the ships, obviously.
Other than the ships.
Okay. Then no, Doc doesn't have anything else he wants to do right now.
Okay. Well, that's it for the three of you. Those that stayed at the apothecary. Before we get to you, we're going to take our break.
Oh, okay.
I figured you guys probably all want to go take a break real quick, so we're going to go take a quick break.
Snack
take a
sounds
quick-
amazing.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll pick up with Eva and Red, and we'll see what they've been up to with the time they've had just to themselves. We'll see. Until then, see you guys in 10. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out during our snack break. What'd you guys get for snacks?
Popcorn.
I had an unnamed delicious chocolate bar. Because they don't pay me to promote their stuff.
I was about to say, that sounds ominous.
I'm to do this. So I have croissant.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Have
Very
to
nice.
go cover the brand because I'm not eating it yet, but I think one of us might be able to relate to it. But popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Popcorn, yeah.
I also have popcorn.
Oh
Nice.
yeah. Guess what
That's
I have?
actually that's what I was chewing on the entire
3
time.
for 3 for popcorns. I know that's what Red had.
Yeah.
I got mozzarella sticks.
Oh, that
very
sounds
nice.
delicious.
Sounds really
I-
good.
I think that's like top tier snack right now.
That is top tier snack.
Mhm.
I fucking wish. Boy.
I wanted a treat for tonight, so.
Oh,
It's a good one. Eva.
I had an unnamed brand of toaster pastries and
What flavor?
an unnamed brand of potato chips.
Nice.
Ooh.
What kind of toaster pastry?
S'mores.
Oh,
best.
So good. Yum, yum.
I don't know if they're the best. I like the
So-
brown sugar cinnamon ones.
My Walmart has a new one to me at least. They came with frosted Boston cream.
That
Oh
is
my gosh, those are
new.
good too. Holy crap.
So I have one of those and I have one of the s'mores.
No. Solid.
S'mores my favorite. Put that in the toaster. Perfect.
Perfect. Yep. Alrighty then. Let's get back into it immediately. So, with the time that you have found yourselves in, once Levikazan, Drakix, and the Doctor, Mr. Rose, have left the building,
Mhm.
what are
Mhm.
you up to, Red and Eva?
I mean, exactly. Trying
Is
to keep
that-
it, try to keep it PG-13 here, but there's a lot of no clothing.
A lot of fade to fireplace.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to play a sound bite, so don't be alarmed.
Uh-oh.
But probably about, I'd say, given this time here, not even 30 minutes
Oh god.
after they left.
Mhm.
Could have swore I say this is a favorite.
You might have, and Discord just said no.
Discord just said no. It's okay. I know what server it's from. Oh, is that server no longer? That's why. Okay. I'm going to play a soundbite for you guys. Hopefully it doesn't mess too many people up.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I just want to say that's my door. It was in my right ear only, and my door is on my right.
Yeah,
It's-
that file plays perfectly well there.
We can just ignore them.
And we should just ignore them.
Are we going to ignore them?
I'm going to, unless you want me to set someone on fire today.
Good enough for me. Nobody's home.
That's fine. Do you guys leave the building at any point today?
No. Evil will not, at least.
Nope.
Is there any conversation you wish to have, or is this going to be a whole day of activities?
Probably a good portion of it, but Eva does have a... I had a thought after the last session that I would
Oh.
like to attempt
Sure.
in regards to the notes and the ledger that we had discovered.
Okay.
Because given Eva's background, she has been around the warehouses, she's been in the sort of not quite the slums, but almost there territories of the town. And the thought that I had after last session was kind of pulling a page out of my Skyrim experiences. When you've been around these places, you learn certain symbols and what they mean from the underbellies, because that's just what you interact with. So, would there be any information or any symbols in the ledger that she would recognize having come across them on the streets?
Got it. I will say you do not find anything of that nature.
Okay.
Whatever information is in this and is locked within it, you're going to need someone who is of that kind of language to read it.
I figured.
No, it's an
Figured I'd ask.
incredible question. Don't get me wrong. But it's just there's no symbols. A lot of these things you've deciphered already was someone was trying to front this information as basically like a dried goods storage, like a bakery storage and things like that. There's no... The code is within the ingredients, basically.
Right. That's fine.
It's an incredible question, don't get me wrong.
It's just been stuck in my head all week, and I'm like, ooh, maybe. Yeah. But other than that, knowing that they don't have the required ability to really interact with the information that they have, the only other thing that Eva would care about is checking in on Cassandra.
Okay.
And she'll just send off a quick message making sure she's okay.
Okay. And I would say you get a similar response. Doing fine. You know. Staying with basically aunt and uncle.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
And then back to Fade to Black.
Uh-huh.
Fade to fireplace.
Yes.
After a few hours, you guys were just going to return to the apothecary, correct? You have your
Yes.
information, you
Yeah.
have your things, you're going to go back. Okay. On your way back to the apothecary, doctor, as you will probably be first to get to the door, you notice there is something nailed to the door.
What?
Doc will take it and read it.
It is a official kingdom-wide announcement that today at a certain time, which is already passed, there will be a funeral procession for those who passed during the unfortunate massacre.
Does it say where?
At the docks.
Jack would have just told them exactly where, when, and what was said. He just goes, I'll explain the rest when we get inside, and that way we can just tell the others.
All right. Doc will take his key out and unlock the door. Head on in.
Okay.
Scrambles to put clothes on real quick.
They hear the jingle of keys and go, oh shit!
Basically.
Get off
Dad's
the
home.
table. Come on.
You have prestidigitation. Clean up. Come on.
All right.
As you all head upstairs, you meet in the kitchen, I'm guessing?
Yeah, probably.
If they're not downstairs, though, I'd assume they're upstairs. So.
Mm-hmm.
You get upstairs and you watch as Red and Eva hurriedly get into the kitchen and slam the door of their bedroom closed.
Son just... No.
Oh, doing married activities
gonna
like these
stand.
two are actually said to be, huh?
No!
Oh,
Don't you
I
what
already
married
said it.
dare.
Doc
He already
immediately just goes to his room.
He
What
said
are
it.
you talking about now?
Oh,
You're
Brian,
not in the room.
he's-
You ran off because you were naked.
No, they slammed the door. They were outside.
Hmm. We're close now. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Son is just standing at the the wall, just like, nope. I'm waiting till we're all gathered here to talk about other things. Not gonna. Nope.
Brian at the train station said that Doc is married to that one.
Oh, how delicious.
Yeah.
So when's the ceremony?
Right?
It's the same thing.
Are we wearing white?
You-
You never wear
I-
white,
Yeah.
love.
It's true enough. I was more meaning.
Well, you can wear white because in my culture, that's not a tradition. So
Oh, well, we.
See, she's not
Maybe
denying
then-
it, so therefore this is actually even better.
Doc is in
You
his
look
room.
right in your head.
Oh, I know. Right now,
I-
he's just looking and just grinning over at Zahn, just be like, "This is for this morning. I'm enjoying my fun."
Zahn walks past them and knocks on Doc's door.
Oh.
You shush.
I have a question. At what point of our trip back did you guys switch your forms?
Probably he's been in that form, but when we got far enough away from the train station, he probably dropped the disguise and has been in himself this entire time.
Zahn probably forgot about it and is still in the form.
So your Doc is at the height of Red and Eva.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, if she would have tried to pat you on the head and then it would have like not been your actual head, it would have been really
Nope.
funny.
Would have been the chest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pat, pat.
She's like,
Doc is aware of how this spell works. He knows better.
Yep.
that is my boob. Thank you.
Drac, as like they're playing around like that, he just goes, "I need a drink though. Where is the booze?" And he just he
There's
tries to
some in my
remember it
bag.
and just perfect. He just goes, grabs it, sits down in the chair, and like almost takes it directly from the bottle, as would be his habit,
Go
but
ahead.
kind of like stops himself and actually grabs a glass instead and just pours it and puts it down and just drinks from the glass.
Doc would eventually let you in, Zahn.
Mm-hmm.
You would see that he's mostly in his normal attire, actually, at this point. He's just not wearing his hat or mask.
Does he like look like he's expecting her to walk into the room and close the door, or just kind of stand there?
I'm just standing there.
Are you okay?
He looks past you to see what the others are. Drax is set down at the table. What are Eva and Red doing?
Move your tokens. We have
I
them
don't
out for a
want-
reason.
I don't want to move my token.
Meh, meh, meh.
It's there for a reason.
You can hold alt and make them not be on the grid.
Seeing all of them at the table, Doc would just open the door all the way and let you in.
She will go in and not look back, and yep.
And he will shut the door behind and lock it.
Red cackles when she hears the door lock.
Zahn is okay. Yes.
It hasn't clicked.
No,
What
it
might
hasn't.
happen? And she's just
It
like, okay,
hasn't.
it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Do you want to drop the disguise? And Doc still can't look at you, by the way. He's still not looking at you.
Oh, right. Yes, hold on. And the disguise falls. Has to will it off. Right. Sorry. Yeah, that's yeah.
And now he looks at you. It's okay. I imagine you were wanting to know what's going on.
Yeah, you seem kind of off and worried.
He pulls up the card.
Right.
I was forced to make a decision and dealing with the repercussions.
What did you have to decide?
He'll look down at the card. The card says like a gray slab, right? As far as appearance goes right now.
Mhm.
You would see his eyes kind of tear up as he begins to talk. Between my wife and daughter and the truth about the elves.
Oh, Doc. I'm sorry you had to make that decision. I can't begin to imagine what you're feeling.
It's why I couldn't really look at you today when you're in that form. You look too much like her.
Like your wife?
No. The tiefling
Oh.
who gave me the card.
Oh,
Who made me make this decision.
right. I will not use that form again. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that it would
You had no
do
reason
that.
to. You had no reason to know that. So
No, but thank you for letting me know now. I won't do it again.
thank you.
I'll let Drax know not to do a tiefling either. We'll find some other weird form for his tail. Yeah.
It's always lizard folk, I guess.
Yeah, or furbolgs. They're very nice.
I
Yep.
haven't met one.
Oh, no, they're very nice. They're really into
They're
nature
not around here,
things.
Zon. You've noticed. As you said it, you realize I haven't seen one since I've fucking been
Not a
here.
lot. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot. But that's okay. Well, I'll
They're not
teach him
about
how to
these
do it.
certain islands. They're more about the
Yeah.
islands you're from.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, I'm sorry you had to make that decision.
It was bound to happen, but just didn't expect to be this soon.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it changes again. Maybe once we're able to figure something out about the island and figure out some evidence and be able to figure out a way to stop it, maybe you can go back to looking for your wife and daughter.
I don't think I'll have that opportunity.
Don't.
My island was shattered, Zon. The place where I buried them is probably not even floating anymore.
We'll find a way. It's never a no until you find out, like, there's always a possibility. It's never a no until you have proof, right?
Sometimes it is, and sometimes you just know, you know? I think that's why she made me make this choice, because she knew that I wouldn't have the opportunity and I'd just be hurting myself more. I took the day to mostly just sit with myself, and I sat at the park, actually, and thought
Mhm.
about all this while you guys were doing this, you know. But I need to go out for a bit. And, well, no offense to any of you, I kind of just want to go for a slight stroll and maybe go talk to the Collins. It's been a while.
Okay.
Obviously, in my normal outfit.
Okay.
But I will be back, so. Oh.
Would
and
it?
he reaches into his bag, pulls out a diamond, size of a tennis ball. Here. Give this to Red.
I will. She'll take the diamond and look at him. And she'll give him a hug again.
He'll sit there for a moment, taking the hug. Then he'll hug you back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zahn.
Always. Your family. More than you know.
You could probably tell he's trembling a little bit. But
She's not going to be the first to let go.
You can tell the others for me if you want. Like I said, I need to just walk for a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
He lets you hug her for a little bit longer, then he'll let go.
She'll let go and unlock the door and go out.
And
Kind of.
not behind you, but he'll head down the stairs instead of going with the others. With his mask on. And he'll make his way out of the house, locking the door behind him.
All right.
After a moment, she's going to just put the diamond in front of Red, and then she's going to go to the backyard and find either a bird or animal or creature or something. And she is going to cast Beast Sense.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
21.
21. How long does it take to cast that spell?
It's ritual, so it's 10 minutes.
Okay. As you are trying to focus on this spell, a single tiny little sparrow flutters down in front of you and sits in the little circle you drew in the earth and just stares at you.
Mm-hmm.
And you try and focus, and you don't know why, but your heart starts beating faster. Your blood begins to rush. Your body temperature raises. You begin to sweat as you focus on this spell. Spell you've ritually casted plenty of times. You used it to either have fun as a child or actually do real, scavenging scouting work for the hunting party.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bird. How hard can it be to make a connection with it? Come on, Zahn, just make the connection. Just do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you focus and you're about to just give up, you finally feel the snap. And the connection hits.
There is a sigh of relief. And she's
Along
happy
with
that
your
she...
sigh of relief, there is, in the very farthest back corners of your mind, just a...
She's going to shove whatever that was out of her mind. And she is going to boop the bird on the beak, and it's going to fly off. And she's going to go upstairs and sit back down.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just going to zone out and make sure that Doc gets to the Collins. Yeah, so her eyes go blind, and
All right.
she lets everybody know Doc's going off. I'm making sure he gets to where he's supposed to safely.
All right.
But I can still hear.
Drakix?
Drac, after a little bit, just goes like right in front of her.
No response.
That's just freaky. Anyway, is Ava joining us?
I thought she was out there with us. Are you?
She's not on the map.
I don't know.
You may want to grab her, so I don't have to repeat this, though. I will have to repeat this anyway for Doc when he gets in.
All right, let me go grab her. And she will go and go into the room. Hey, apparently Drac has something to tell us.
Oh, okay. I assume their scouting must have been somewhat fruitful then.
Apparently, everybody's acting weird though. Like weirder than usual weird.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Thank you for not being weird.
When
Darling,
she comes back, the
I'm looking
bottle.
at the map, and I'm really sad that the door where Zahn is staying currently doesn't line up with the hallway, so you could just see her on the bed zoned out. But the door does not. There's a wall there.
Drac, like when they come back out of the room, the
Mhm.
bottle that Zan gave him
Mhm.
is about halfway done,
Oh, jeez.
and he's still drinking.
Oh, she has taken the diamond and put it in her pack, by the way.
Okay.
Moment that he sees them coming out, he goes, "Well, first of all, I know the 20 names of the people that have unknowingly, that we killed. So, innocents or not, I know their names now. Don't worry about that. It's besides the point. Secondly, we know what Price looks like. And he's also wearing Galen's
Really?
arm piece. Yep.
Drakix, make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, son of a bitch. Technically, it's a 24 because I gotta add
You
my
do.
bonus to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't turn in the price because of the hat of disguise. But
Oh, no,
you
he
do have
would've.
the thought
Oh no,
that
no,
I could do this.
he would have.
Okay.
He would have. So that way he could actually show them exactly what he looks like, and also show them the captain's
Yeah.
lapel too.
Red, very familiar to you, that lapel.
This is exactly how he was today. This is exactly what we saw. And as you see, the fucker's wearing it.
Not for long if I have anything to say about it.
Oh, trust me, I had to. Zahn had to stop me from electrocuting his ass when he was giving a speech at the docks. I really thought about throwing my lightning bolt down his throat.
Let me cut his arm off first before you do anything to him. That way the
That's fair. We want at least want to keep that fine. Okay, that's fair. But also, and he would change back to normal. He's with the dipshit lieutenant, and on top of that, from what I counted, 19 duos of guards. I'm sorry, 10 duos of guards, and they were all carrying black swords.
Right.
And 8 groups pretty much looked like what would be considered innocent bystanders. There is actually one that is worth going after, and then Price and Dipshit were together.
Well, at least we know what he looks like now.
Mm-hmm. And since I now know that in fact he's actually wearing Galen's lapel, I could always track that next time we're in the city. But then again, we also know where he's going, where he may be residing.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not going to like this answer, am I?
No.
Right.
The Azure Dragon.
Of course.
That was my same reaction when I realized it too. Now I want to rip off that horde even more so, just because of the fact that that asshole is using it as a base of operation.
Well, what do we have planning to do?
Yes, we do.
Today would have been the perfect opportunity to go through his things. He had to be somewhere very public. Maybe the next time he'll be out.
No, I'm not totally sure. I know the fact that he was at the dock for the funeral procession,
Right.
because we saw him there, and he said that he's going to look for us because I'm high and mighty. Oh, woe is everybody else as they sing sorrows for the people that I willingly and joyfully puts out in the line of duty because I am an asshole and don't give two shits about anybody's brother, sister,
Right.
father, and whatever else that anybody can be related to, because god damn it, half the time we don't know who the fuck is who.
Right.
So, yeah.
These hats could be useful, though.
Yes, they definitely can be.
One of us as him, and the other as that asshole lieutenant. We could
That
get
would
him
be
anywhere.
That would be very, very fun.
Right.
And he
Sometimes
just
I like the way you think.
and he just slowly transforms back into Price, not even thinking about it, as he just like strips his chin and just goes, huh.
Do you know
I
how
could
much
definitely
mischief we could cause?
I could definitely burn his name.
Let's do it.
You see, a smuggler should never be able to turn into a captain.
I need Red and Eva
Well,
to make history checks.
oh geez, okay. Red. My favorite.
Nope.
We're gonna be re-rolling that using my sorcery points,
Okay.
which are brand spanking new. Okay. He's 3. Still shitty.
Add your D4. Add
I'm
your
gonna
D4.
will it really make that much of a difference? Okay, I'm gonna add
Yeah,
my
well, to a
D4.
15.
Yeah, well, possibly. There it is, actually. Yeah, 15.
15 total.
Mm-hmm.
You do recall that during the tradition of the Harvest Close Festival, typically there is a much larger presence of the guards within the streets. When it's just a few days away.
We should certainly check out where he's going to be in the Harvest Festival.
Technically, he can be anywhere we want him to be.
Right, but it would do no favors to us or anyone else if 2 of the Captain Prices showed up somewhere at the same time.
Same
So,
time, but let's just say the fact that if he's in, let's say, the fields, well, no, he'd probably be either most likely at the docks because that is his purview.
right.
But who's to say the fact that he can't be within the fields causing a ruckus?
Hmm.
I hate to do that, but
Right.
it would force quite a bit. If it turns out the fact that he's the one destroying the bounty of the harvest.
But if he's able to be proven to be anywhere else, the jig is up.
But this is the thing though. Think about that. Why is there somebody taking his face and destroying things?
Bryce isn't stupid. He will attach that.
Oh,
to
he
whatever
may.
happened at the warehouse.
He might. But public opinion matters.
True. I was thinking, though, more along the lines of access to wherever he's staying so that we can get evidence.
Well, the only problem with that is if we actually need to have any kind of combinations or passwords or things of that matter, that may be a problem.
Hmm. Fair.
But
Too bad
it's
we don't
always,
have anybody good at picking pockets.
maybe I might know somebody.
Mm. Do you have?
I don't know. I had to see if they're still here or they probably left on a previous ship because they're skittish like that.
Right.
They smell danger far faster than any other creature on the damn island I've ever seen. So, who knows? We'll have to see. And you see, Brendan, I gave you a note just in case.
I was wondering if you were talking about a certain person I had mentioned to you in passing or not.
Yeah. So let's see. I guess we're gonna have to find out if they're still here or not, right?
Were you talking about
Right.
Slickhand?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Think of the notoriety. We'll have to dangle that over his head.
True. But also the amount of danger, though, that may be a problem. But we'll find out
True.
soon enough. What do you want me to roll?
Right now, nothing. You'll have to go investigate to see if they're still in town.
Alrighty.
Mm. So what now? Anything important we need to do at the moment?
Well, try to figure out a way to rob the Azure Dragon of its hoard.
Mm-hmm.
Try to stick it to Price and his goon.
Mm-hmm.
Shove my lightning bolt straight out of the goon's ass and watch it come out of his mouth because of what he did to Ava. Turn him to a shish kebab inside and out,
Mm-hmm.
Just leave enough of him that he can be identified later for Roland.
Of course.
Right.
I'll leave half of his face normal,
No fire, damn.
The coins given to the group to assist in funding the things they needed to do for this particular mission, how much of that's remaining? And where is it?
In the bag of holding,
Okay.
2,000 platinum, 250 gold, 4,000 silver is still in hand.
Okay.
We've bought stuff, but at the same time, we've been frugal.
And
Yeah.
Zahn has 10 in her pocket.
Yes, that is true.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Drax still has 12 platinum, 2,200 roughly gold, and 2 silver still on on himself also.
Okay.
Eva's got some money on her as well.
So does Doc.
Okay.
Also, I apologize if you hear Puppy. He's not having fun.
Oh,
Aw.
darn. Anything else for the apothecary group?
Yes.
What time is it
What's up?
currently?
One,
You
two,
have to
two.
watch.
About 2.
So if that's the case, then Drac is just
Because
going
you
to
guys
look to
woke
them.
up, traveled there, traveled back, but that's not that long to get to the train station itself. Say 2 is good.
Then Drac is just going to go, you know what? I'm going to go find out if he's still here in the city. I'll be back in 2 hours, roughly. And since he still has the watch, he can keep an eye on the time.
Okay.
And he's going to go back, continue back into town, pay the other 3,
So you just go
And
back into town.
he's going to try to find him, see if he's still around.
Before Drax leaves,
Uh-huh.
kind of feeling the shifting around, and because he's right beside her there, she's gonna come back into reality, kind of blink a few times, look at everybody. Did you finish the doc?
I finished talking about it.
Cool. Okay. I'm worried about Doc, you guys.
What's going on?
Like, so we were both visited by that weird mystical tiefling lady, and she looked over to Drax. We really shouldn't go into any tiefling forms. He couldn't look at us, not because, he was trying to be like, oh, I don't know this person. It wasn't good. She'll take out her own card and kind of place it on the table. We each got one of these. And he had to make a decision last night. And it's really, really fucked around with him. He had to choose between figuring out what happened to the island and the elves and how to figure this out.
You place the card face down, face up.
Face up.
Who looks at the card?
Red will.
I would.
Okay. Eva?
Focused on Zon at the moment.
All right. I need Drakix and Red to make a wisdom saving throw.
Cool.
You have a +4. Remember that.
Okay.
That's a 17 for both of us.
Uh-huh.
I like how one did it with a +11 and one did it with a +1.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyways, two of you look at the card, and for a moment, you almost feel your consciousness kind of being poked and prodded at. And you feel the beginning of an invasion within your mind. And then you push it out. And when you first got the card, it was blank. You begin to stare at it, and you felt that alien sensation within your mind trying to infiltrate your deepest core of self. And you both just shunt it out. And you look at the card, and it is basically an infinite hallway of purple brick with little constellations in the bricks. And then suspended in midair in the middle of the card is an incredibly large, hulking figure covered in chains. The bottom text of the card reading, "The Chained Beast."
Is the beast familiar to any of us?
It
Choose
is
a question
familiar
out of my mouth.
in clothing style and the weapon upon its back. And that is it.
Okay.
And
Why does that look familiar?
what? She'll look at the card now. And she sees what you just described.
Oh, yeah.
Her face drains. And she picks it up and holds it really close. This is not. This is. She'll
Make a
place it
wisdom
back
saving
on.
throw.
She'll
not
place
look
it back on the table. She's already.
She's not talking to you. Do not look at the card, Eva. Something weird is going on with it. I felt it trying to pull at my consciousness.
That would be a natural 1 for a 3.
7.
Oh no.
For 7.
Doctor, we're not getting to you tonight, by the way. Sorry, buddy.
Oh no! No!
Sorry, she didn't even get to finish her story about why he's.
Zahn, you pull the card super close, and as you do, your whole body just gets pulled into the card.
Would I be able to grab?
You don't see this.
Okay.
You just see her pull the card close, and she stops moving.
Oh, okay.
You are yanked into the card from your perspective, Zahn, and you land in the infinite hallway. And you watch
Just
as
kind
all
of
the chains go tighter and tighter around this beast.
She doesn't move because she knows from before they get tighter as she moves closer.
Did they tighten, or you just couldn't make any progress?
I thought at one point they got tighter, and then in a different thing, she couldn't make any progress.
Okay. So with that in mind, you're going to stay still.
You're
What was that?
muted.
For now, yes.
Okay.
And then she hesitantly takes a small step forward.
Your foot finds purchase.
And nothing happens to the person.
Nope.
She'll walk a bit closer. Start walking
You
closer and
you
closer.
get closer.
Is she making progress?
30 feet. 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
As you get to the 15-foot marker, down from the chains, you watch as this bright green liquid begins to just sweat from them. And it drip, 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 drip. And it pulls together beneath this creature. And as it rises upward, you see the familiar ghostly form of the specter you encountered beneath the sewers, wielding a two-handed greatsword. Roll initiative.
I can't. I was not expecting this. I am not prepared for this. Do I have... I don't have advantage on initiative yet. Yeah. 11.
It goes first.
Fuck.
It runs at you, swinging wildly. As you feel this, it doesn't scream, it doesn't yell, it just stares at you. And you watch as its vision narrows, its form focuses. It becomes more physical and less ethereal, but still made of that same kind of green ghostly energy. It's entered a rage.
Fuck.
And it comes at you swinging wildly. Its blade passes through you harmlessly.
Okay.
$18 to hit?
Yep.
Okay. Where's my D6s?
We did say earlier, like, did you have all your dice? And you just
I had to
shook
find
random
them.
dice.
I had to find them.
You just shook random dice.
14 points of necrotic damage. As the greatsword passes through you again,
Mm-hmm.
but this time you feel pain behind it.
Oh yeah, she grunts in pain and then pulls out her sword and
It's your turn.
is going to go into a rage.
You go into a rage.
Fuck yeah.
You
Turn
have
on all the
advantage your
settings.
attacks.
Awesome. She is going to... Let me just double check that this is the right character. She is going to not reckless, but great weapon master this.
Okay.
Okay. Turn on rage. Turn on great weapon master. Oh, hold on. Turn on advantage. Turn on that. That was supposed to be at advantage. Ten misses, I assume.
10 misses.
Yep. Cool. We are level 6, so she does have extra attacks, so she's going to do the exact same thing.
All right, do it.
That was so close to a 20. That is an 8. But that's
Misses.
what? That's still only rolled.
Only okay.
Let me just roll one more time.
Mhm.
That's a natural 1. So, no.
Okay.
Yep. It's fine. It's fine. Fine.
Your attacks pass through the creature without harming it.
Mm-hmm. There's a slight panic on her face.
It's going to take its turn. And you watch as it grips the blade in a similar fashion that you did. One hand at the top of the handle and one hand at the base for a wider, hardier grip.
Yep.
It's a natural 20.
Okay.
And we're going to go for it. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so math time.
All the math. Okay. Cool. Cool. But I'm still good with that stuff.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Would we notice that now she's just like not there anymore?
I thought he said to us she's still there.
Yeah, no. I mean,
For
like
you
mentally.
guys,
Oh, okay.
no time is passing.
Okay, never mind though. That's kind of the reason why I'm asking. Just like
Yeah.
if there is like any kind of sense of something weird on our end, then never mind.
That is 40 points of necrotic damage.
Halved because I'm raging.
Had because
Right?
you're raging.
Okay. I am glad I am a totem barbarian right now.
But it swings again.
That was one attack?
That was one swing. That was the first opening swing. Say 16 hit you?
Beats it.
Okay.
Ready.
$20 points of necrotic damage.
Half to 10.
Had the 10.
Okay.
It's going to swing a third time because it crit.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin to realize this creature has taken everything from you. It has taken your spirit. It has taken your blood-given abilities. And as you fight it, it has taken your fighting styles.
Motherfucker.
21 to hit?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm sorry. 16 to hit.
Beats it.
Okay. $23 points of necrotic damage, halved
To 11.
to 11. It is now your turn.
Fuck. And it reckless, right?
Mm-hmm. You have all advantage.
Advantage. Great weapon master. I got. Why is it not rolling advantage?
I don't know.
I think I have to do it the opposite way. Okay, let me do one more attack for that. Y'all, she's going to lose this fight. So that was an 11 total.
Okay.
Do this second attack.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. 22.
That hits.
Ah, finally. 25 points of damage. But it's halved to 12. And she really can't do anything as a bonus action.
Okay. $15 to hit.
Misses.
It goes to swing, and you get it up in time, and you actually make physical connection with this ghostly blade and stop it. $18.
That'll hit.
Uh, 12 points of necrotic damage, and that is rounded down for you.
Oh, yay.
So as you stop the blade, you watch as its shoulder rotates unnaturally and shoves down harder and passes through your longsword and then re-solidifies to slice through you.
Oh, God.
That's
Cool,
your turn.
cool. Uh-huh. Great, great. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, she's, great weapon mastering this stuff.
Okay. Where's your mind at right now? Where is Zahn's mind?
Zahn initially at the beginning of this fight was like, okay, I see you. Let's go. We got this. I'm gonna
Mhm.
beat you. You're in my mind. I own this space. And now hit after critical hit. She is scared.
Okay.
She now doesn't know if this is her place. She doesn't know her core yet. Her mind is just not here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a history check.
Okay.
And I'll say it's to me it will still be fresh on your mind, so make it with advantage.
Okay.
But I need to
Cool.
see if this can beat through the heat of battle.
Cool. That should have been with advantage. 8.
Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, so I did one attack already. No, I didn't. No, I don't. I didn't do an
Oh, you
attack
didn't
yet.
do one. No, it's your turn.
No. All that got that on. We have that on. Oh, come on. An 11.
Miss.
Y'all, she is not doing well today. One more attack.
Did you give your offering to the dice gods?
I did not. 15.
You have a D4.
I'm going to use my D4 on this last hit of
You
the
don't have to roll
15.
it.
No, a 1 will make it
A one
perfect.
will make it. It is your
Okay.
AC.
Meets beats it. Fun.
Roll for damage.
26.
Okay.
Half to 13.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, you have an extra D4 now. Caleb just gave it to you.
Oh, thank you, Kelbs. She needs it so
Do you
bad.
have a way to increase your AC?
Nope.
Okay. So the first attack misses. The second
Okay.
attack hits.
Okay.
That would be 13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
It's your turn.
There is just sheer panic in her eyes now. She knows this feeling from training and being beaten down and all that, so she's going in with all of her might on
Okay.
these last few swings. This is the fight or flight, and she always chooses fight.
Okay.
So that is a 13 for a miss
Okay.
with another attack at advantage with a 7.
Okay.
I don't like that look on his face.
I don't either.
That's not right.
What?
Wasn't mathing correctly. It's a natural 20. I
You don't
maxed
have to do the math.
damage.
You don't have to do the math.
Okay. What are you at right now?
After that hit or before that hit?
Before.
10.
You're at 10?
Yeah.
Okay. As the blade comes in, I'm going to hand over full agency of this story to you. And I would like to remind you that roughly a portion of the dance and the ritual is in your mind of Levikazan.
Mhm.
So for this one question, you have complete agency of the entire table. Would she remember it? And would it come to mind?
I think in these desperate moments, there's sheer panic right now. But in seeing the figure trapped in the card, remembering the card, and then remembering the teachings of her quarry and her family around her, and that, I think it would come back to her. It was
Okay.
only a day ago she was trying it out, trying to do it.
Okay. Eva, Drakix, and Red. As Levikazan grabs the card and pulls it in close and just freezes, what do you do?
After about 5 seconds, he's gonna go like, Zahn, and he's actually gonna poke her cheek.
Yeah.
Okay, you're out. Next.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean?
That means you're done. Next.
Red will snatch the card out of her hand.
Okay, Eva.
We kind of just see Zahn just like stuck there, right? For the most part.
Yeah.
Zahn. Just gonna see if I can smack her face.
Okay. As soon as all three of you make contact with Zahn, you are given the briefest of flashes of where she is, what is happening, and she is about to die. You are watching as the blade is coming up and over. I need to know, out of the available skills at your disposal, you have one action to lend a power to Zahn to aid her. What do you try to convey or pass over? And I need you to really understand the broadness I'm trying to use here. It does not have to be an attack. It does not have to be a spell. It is not even tied to what may be apparent on a character sheet. What do you do to help your friend not die?
Question.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll let Eva start first.
Does
Go
it
ahead,
have to affect Zahn, or can it affect the space?
What would you like to do?
Eva can cast blindness on the creature to see if it will miss. Sorry for puppy.
Okay, no, that's okay. Make a spell casting check. As I try and fight a sneeze.
Thank you for muting.
Bless you.
Chat appreciates the mute.
What would a spellcasting check be? Just a D20
Charisma check.
plus. Okay,
Yep.
charisma.
Oh, sorry. Intense moment. I had to sneeze.
17.
17. Okay. Drakex.
2 questions.
What do you want to do? Just do
One. No. One question has to deal with something that I have and I need to
Okay.
know.
Okay.
And the other question is actually more asked towards Nyx in order to know if I should do the first thing or not. Okay?
Okay, go ahead.
First question. Can I see the fact that this attack would be considered a critical?
You can see this as a death blow.
Okay, but would I be able to tell if it's like a critical strike? That's what I mean. It's like it's gonna aim, if it's aiming for, instead of it being like a normal strike that may just glance and take her out. Is this a full powered strike?
This is a no holds bar, full powered. This
Okay,
is gonna...
so that kind of answers that one. Second question, Nyx, do you have any way of healing her?
Only if she's dead.
Fuck.
Yeah, Eva doesn't have healing, so she didn't even try.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. I'm going to do the healing then. I'm going to dump all 30 points of lay on hands
Okay.
into Zahn.
Okay.
And Red will be casting silvery barbs.
Which means the creature would have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
And Zahn gets advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So we've already had a spell be thrown out
Okay.
there.
Already a spell. Fine.
How can I word this? That is really...
It's fine. Okay, if I cannot do a spell,
Mhm.
Because technically I had 3 things I could have done.
mm,
But really, only
if
2 of them would
she-
work.
Are they
she
not able to do a
grants-
spell because Eva's doing a spell? 'Cause
It's
have
fine.
other things.
I have something. It's fine.
Okay.
If she loans out the use of one of her abilities, can she tell if it will always be Zahn's from thereafter?
You'd have no idea.
She's not doing that.
But I like the way your brain is going, is what I'm going to say.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Ugh. What's even
I
worse
could only
is
do one thing, and it sucks because the other one's a reaction.
Yeah, I know.
Mm. All right. Okay. She's getting restorative flame.
And that is tied to your
Phoenix
mantle?
abilities. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Eva, you
Yes.
pull in, knowing you are familiar with this space. You deconstruct the bricks around Zahn and around the creature, and you pull in the raw energy from the unfortunate source that it is, and you blast it forward in this giant sphere of roaming darkness as it creeps forward. as you, Drakix, just reach your claw outward, wishing you were closer, knowing you need to get closer. You see a second hand come over yours. A humanoid hand with a familiar rope burn scar on the back of it. Don't worry, kid. I got her from here. And you watch as outward from the energy you send is this ethereal visage of Captain Breeze. And he launches forward and wraps his arms around Zahn. As he does, you watch as this burst of flame mantles around her entire body. The sphere comes through. The attack misses. Zahn, you are ripped out of this world. All of you are brought back to your bodies instantaneously. The card flies across the room and embeds itself like a stone slab into the wall.
Zahn like falls out of her chair and like scrambles back to the wall. And she's still like fucked up, right?
You have how many points?
40
10,
total.
and then Drax
40.
healed 30.
Yeah,
40.
so you have 40.
40 or 30?
40.
40
Total.
total.
Okay.
What the fuck just happened?
Zahn just sees from like probably also like the fact that his claw like touched her cheek and she just like bolted away. She may have like a small scratch on her cheek now from it, but
He has
he's
39
also
hit points. No, I'm kidding.
he's just frozen in like place, and his face is blank.
Okay.
She probably has maybe some roasty toasty hands.
Which are now burning the floor because she's
No,
scrambled back.
It's gone. The mantle did not follow you into this realm.
What? Where did I?
You were looking into the card and you weren't responding to any of us, so I yanked it away and we all did our own little things, I'm assuming.
Okay. Yeah.
Drac just slowly, still blank, just grabs the bottle and just tips back and just lets it go straight down.
And Zahn just like holds out her hand, like,
And like realizing he stops and hands her the
Give
rest
me.
of it.
And she
Red
just downs
during
the
this
rest.
time will be experimentally trying to see if she can still breathe herself in flames.
Yourself, yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she just drinks the rest of the bottle.
And Drac
think-
just looks over to everybody else and just goes, You didn't see Breeze, right? And his voice is low, like really low.
She didn't, did she? She only saw her stuff, or
No.
did she see? Yep.
You saw yourself, and then you saw your two companions that came with you,
Mm-hmm.
but you weren't just randomly placed. It was too well put to be random. You were in a set location, basically.
Okay. No, I didn't see him.
Oh, okay, good to know. Good to know. And at this moment in time, after about a couple of moments of to center himself, he takes off the Guardian emblem, and he just looks over to Zahn and just goes, "You're keeping this with you from now on."
What? No.
Yes,
No.
yes.
No,
You're going to tell a traumatized woman
Okay,
what she's
first of
going
all-
to keep on her?
First of all, this will save you from a strike like that last one 3 times per day.
I can usually take it. Apparently, I just can't take it for
But-
myself.
So once again, if you can't take it from yourself and you somehow end up back in there dealing with that, at least you have 3 chances of helping you mitigate mitigate that strike. So I am asking you, as a friend, to please take it if I cannot be there with you physically. At least something that I own is with you, watching over you. And he just holds it out to her. If she says no again, he will take it back. No questions, no nothing. He's not trying to be forceful, but he's just trying to show the fact that he's concerned.
She'll take it, and for now, just for a bit.
You can return it to me whenever you're done.
Thank you. She's gonna try and slowly wipe away a tear. It's fine. Not crying. What was I even trying to say before?
Not sure.
The doctor, he got one of those cards too. And he had to make a decision, and he had to choose between saving the elves and figuring out his family and where they are and anything to do with them. And he's in a really bad place right now, and I don't know what's happening. And if he has one of these cards and I just had to go through that, I don't know what he's going through right now. And he's off to see the Collins right now. And I'm...
Right, so are we burning the cards?
I don't think we can or should.
No,
I don't think it would matter.
it's not
This
going
is-
to.
This isn't going to go away just because we want it to.
No, exactly. It's...
Looking at the card triggered it, though.
I know, but it didn't do that before. Before, it was a castle with that same brick pattern, and then it turned into a dance that I had seen something ish similar, but I did it. That's kind of looks over to Drax. That's what you saw me doing, and then this is different, and I'm just... Yeah.
I will say, Levikazan, as you think about that, for some reason, what little parts you got
Yeah.
are perfectly engraved in your memory.
Mm-hmm. It's weird, and I don't know. I don't know anymore. But if that happened to me and that happens to Doc, I don't know. I think I would rather him have this emblem than me. I just got really unlucky and did not expect anything like that. And as soon as he comes back, he should take this really.
Then I'll hold on to it and give it to him, if that's the case.
Thank you.
And
Sure.
I'll take it back.
Yeah. Drax can see that she did appreciate him offering it, and that if it were under different circumstances, she would have kept it.
Yeah, no, he knows.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, what were we doing? She's probably had like half of whatever bottle of booze they had. You were going into town, right?
I was going to until this happened.
I mean, you still can. It's not like I'm going to go anywhere now, and I'm not touching that card until Doc gets back. So, yeah.
Do you look to the card on the wall?
Drac would look
Yeah.
towards it.
Yeah. It's not there.
Nope.
Where the she gets up, just like scrambles up,
Okay.
climbs over the table if she has to, goes to where it was embedded in the wall, and is like, was it there? Was it like, is it just invisible? Is it gone? Is it?
Probably best if we don't find it.
Is there at least the indentation that there was proof that it went into the wall?
Make an investigation check. It's a card.
Fuck you!
It's a card.
I know. 13.
Yeah, you find where a little tiniest of it, little indentations, imperfections in the wall.
She looks on
Check
the
your
ground.
pockets.
Checks all of her pockets. Starts taking off her shirt. I don't know.
It is tucked away on the left-hand side of your breast, resting right over your heart.
Yeah, you all see that, and she's like, she grabs
Don't
it
look
and
at it.
pulls it off, but doesn't look at it. Does it come off?
Yeah.
And it was over top of her heart where the glowing circle is?
Mhm.
Huh. That... I have the card and she's not looking at it. She's like holding it behind, like she's not going to look at it.
Okay.
She's gonna drop it.
Okay. It falls.
I'm gonna walk away from it.
Okay. You walk away.
Walks away.
Drac is going to grab probably because of the fact he has one, a rag that's in his bag.
Mhm.
Well, and then just use that to cover the card and pick it up.
Okay. So you throw the rag over the card. And then you take your clawed Hallen hand and you
Go to pick it up.
grab the floor.
Zon, can you please check again? Exact same spot on you.
She turns
Just-
around, opens her shirt.
The card is there.
Motherfucker. Takes it up.
Just leave it. Just put it away. Just leave it on you. Put it away.
She puts it over the glowing circle and back together. Motherfucker.
We'll figure that out later then.
Eva,
Mm,
how you doing over there?
I have a question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
Is Eva familiar with the space that Zon was in?
Oh, incredibly.
Yeah, she's not doing well.
Okay. I will say also.
I had
don't
a
expend
guess,
your-
but I wanted to
don't
make
ex-
sure.
Don't expend your spell slot.
Oh, okay.
Like you actually
take that back.
feel like residual arcane power still like wafting off your fingertips.
Wafting?
Yeah, like
Wafting?
wafting, whatever.
Same difference. Potato, potato.
Words.
Word. It's the same.
So I don't speak maple syrup.
Being.
Wow.
Excuse you? Excuse you?
Damn.
Wow, Brandon.
She's familiar with the space, but obviously not familiar with what was going on.
Yeah, not what was
And-
going on or the location. You're just very familiar with what was constructed, what it was constructed out of, and the far drop back area you were in.
Right. Okay. Slight moment of panic first. Realizes she can't feel that connection anymore, so she's probably not being followed or chased through that space like she normally is. And then is fully aware that because that is a dream space that they've been through before, they could find a way back there, whether they want to or not. And she's just kind of sitting there processing all of this.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else?
Fred is like curling an arm around behind Eva,
Okay.
knowing she's probably really uncomfortable right now.
All right.
I'm
Well, doctor. Oh, no, go ahead.
Zahn kind of looks at the others like, I'm just gonna go sit outside and try and find Doc. I'll be out back. Sorry for the trouble. And she'll go and sit outside.
As she's walking away and says that, he's not going to look over to her and just go, we're all trouble. You should know that. So there's no need to be sorry. Especially Red and the fires.
Hey.
You're not wrong.
Mm.
It's like he's saying it just to get a small like smile at his aunt, and that's
Yeah.
it. Just to like make her realize the fact that shit happens, but we're still there for her.
Yeah. You can tell that there's a small smile on her face.
That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
So currently,
Yeah.
he's also troubled that now, like he always had like this one thing he was gonna do, and now this just made him think like, oh, that went to shit. Fuck. And now he's just like utterly confused. He's just like, maybe
Ruh-roh.
I'm gonna. He just gets up and just starts walking out to the city. And as he's going, he like shifts between Breeze and Higgins and Breeze and Higgins again as he walks out the door. And it kind of like does this for a little bit before he eventually settles on Higgins and goes into the city again.
All right. Well, Doctor, sorry we didn't make it to you tonight. I promise we will kick off next session with your adventures.
All right.
Doc's adventures, because I have some things for you.
I figured you did.
Where were you going again? Just so I can make sure I'm super prepared. Just Collins?
Yep, that was the ending point, but I am taking a detour to get there the long way.
Okay, got it. Well, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out during our session. I really appreciate it. Make sure you go check out all of our socials. Go join our Discords. They're a great place to just come have fun or play D&D. Check them out at your leisure. We look forward to meeting with you and having fun. Until then, do not forget your snacks and have a great night.
Also, remember to give